Hey, we got a rock band with us, a very special rock band. You're welcome, lads. You're the winners of the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
And the name of the group, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. What is it?
Tyrannosonic Death Race.
Tyrannosonic Death Race.
Yeah.
Wow. Introduce yourselves, lads. Who have we got?
I'm Ronan Rogers.
Ronan Rogers. And where are you from, Ronan?
I'm from Kilkeel. I play bass in the band.
Bass. And yourself?
I'm Mick, also from Kilkeel, and I play the drums.
And the drums, and you're Neil.
And I'm Neil, and
Wow.
I play guitar.
Guitar.
vocals.
Is the guitar and vocals the sexy end of the spectrum? You
Well-
get the women, do
Well, not saying now.
You're not saying, you're holding your quiet on that one. So, when did the band come together, lads?
It would have been about a year and a half ago.
And how did that happen?
Well, I think Neil used to play in a band with a friend of ours, Garth.
Yeah.
And me and Ronan both played in pipe bands, different bands.
Wow.
And I played drums, and me and Garth knew each other, so he got me playing drums with him.
Yeah.
Brought Neil in along, sort of jammed a bit. I said about Ronan, he's my cousin, plays a bit of bass. We all
Yeah.
came together and
Wow.
just sort of started out that
Here,
way.
it's a big jump from pipe bands to rock bands.
Yeah.
But I suppose maybe in a way there's a uniformity of effort. You know, there's a discipline of music that's there. And if
Yeah.
you're musical, that's it.
Yeah.
You are musical. You know.
Yeah, well, it was always good to have someone like that that's musically minded,
Yeah.
sort
Yeah.
of, with keen
And
interest.
can you remember the first time? I'm sure if I were talking to the Beatles now, they would remember going into the cavern and doing their gigs there. What was the Kilkeel cavern, so to speak?
Well, there's not much of a music scene in Kilkeel. It's a
No,
bit of a
it's,
pity.
Yeah.
There used to be a few years ago, back when Neil was a teenager and playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a few spots.
But it
that you
seems
could
to have
play.
disappeared. And it's actually good that there's actually just starting to come back a bit of a music scene all
Yeah.
about the likes
Why-
of here and all.
Yeah. Why did it die out in Kilkeel?
I have no idea. It just seemed to wane, but it seems to be coming back again now. Very recently, there
Yeah.
seems to be a whole lot going on. a
All
whole
the
lot
old
more
faces
music.
are coming back.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. That sounds good. That sounds good to me. And the kind of music you play, it's hardly the sort of stuff I would play on a quiet night in front of the fire.
No,
it's,
it's a more get yourself going sort of a thing.
Get yourself going.
Bit of a bouncy tune now and again. And
Thanks, yeah. I don't know if I got myself going any more than I am going, I'm in serious trouble. You know, goodness gracious. So the Battle of the Bands came along, and what happened? How did you get to hear about it? Where did it occur? And how did you compete? How did you enter?
well, we were in the studio with Steve down in Narrow Water. And
Steve Fernley.
Steve Fernley, yeah.
Mm.
He told us all about it and that it'd be coming up soon. And then we seen a post on Facebook.
Yeah.
So we sent in our application, and at the time all we were looking for was if we make it into the heats, a few people would see us.
Aye.
We'll get the name about a bit, maybe we might get a couple of gigs. It came to it, we got into the last 20. We thought to ourselves, well, if we make the semi-finals, a bit far-fetched for us in our opinion. We would get a few more faces, the judges, maybe someone in the music industry would see us and get us about, and we just seemed to get the whole way, and we're obviously good enough to win the final.
Was it a walkover?
I wouldn't
Oh,
say that,
no,
no.
It was close, was it?
Yeah,
At least
every
definitely.
band there was brilliant.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which actually tells you a lot about you. If every band there was brilliant, you guys have got to be mega brilliant. And did you ever think it when you were playing the pipes that you would ever be a kind of a Rolling Stone sort of fellow
I think it was always going to be walking up the streets just.
in the pipe band? Goodness gracious! So Kilkeel, you've come to Newry. You went to where was the actual venue for it? It was in
It was in Clubmore in the Melting Pot in Rostrevor.
Rostrevor.
And
It was
also
part and
Amplif-
parcel of the festival, wasn't
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was also an amplified bar in Newry here.
it? Aye. The Amplified scene. You've gigged in Amplified before, have you?
We had a couple of gigs in there.
Yeah, Amplified's a nice space, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
well set up for
Yeah.
good gigs.
And music started for you, presumably at home, in school, or whatever else. Where did you start your music? How did it work?
I just, it was sort of I got the guitar for a Christmas present, and
Yeah.
just took it from there. God, I love doing this, like playing music and stuff,
Yeah.
and just gradually from there I just kept at it,
Yeah, had you any formal training?
A few, just locally, I got a few lessons from a few different people, and
Yeah.
sort of took it from there.
And to what extent would you agree that to get the guitar to a point of competency, that your fingers get very sore,
Oh, yeah.
your body gets very tired, and your mind wants to give up time and time and time
There's
again.
definitely times like you're playing and you're like, fingers do definitely get sore. Your calluses would just be worn away playing and stuff. You know, it's all practice, but just
Yeah, yeah. And your instrument, Mick, is what?
I play the drums.
You're the drums, and
I bring the noise.
yeah, that's and are they the whole range of drums, the big drum and the wee side drums and the cymbals and things like that?
Yeah, with the bass. and
You're the
two
Ringo
toms.
Starr.
Yeah.
So to speak, so to speak. Yeah. And yourself, what do you?
The bass guitar.
Bass
yeah.
guitar. You're the kind of bum 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 bum.
Yeah,
bum, bum,
keep it
bum,
grooving.
bum. You love music so much. You have a tattoo of
Yeah, I
musical
do, yeah.
symbols on your arm.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Green Day
Where's the
fan.
future going to take you, boys? What's your next step? Have you a recording tried? Have you something
Well,
as a consequence of this win?
we've
the prize we
got,
got 3 days in the studio recording with Tom Newman. So we do is recording a 4-track EP. It's going to be mastered in Dublin. It's going to be released in iTunes with a bit of a press pack, probably to help us promote it. There's a music video being done.
It's a pretty good prize.
Yeah.
yeah.
Very good.
The level of competition, of course, is great in the industry. You've come out tops in the Battle of the Bands. You go on to the next stage now. That's to try and get a few bob out of it, in real terms, and try and make a future.
Yeah.
Are there opportunities there, do you think? Or are there too many bands?
I don't think there's too many bands. I think it's hard to get on the scene now. I think we're living in a very X Factor world at the minute.
We were talking about that a minute ago. I was somewhat critical of that fellow Howell, who takes people apart really in an unattractive way.
Yeah,
People who put
yeah.
their lives into it, who've worked hard, who have expectations, and he cuts them down. And okay, they're up for it, they're up for criticism, but I think it can be very destructive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, I think we like doing what we're doing. We're out to enjoy ourselves. Really, is the main thing. So I think whenever you're not liking what you're doing, there's not much point in doing it.
point.
And if we
Would-
get a bit above, like a couple of pounds doing it, that's even better.
Covers your costs.
Yeah. And if
Yeah,
we end up getting a career from it, probably all our
Good.
dreams made.
yeah, absolutely. Do I sense in what you're saying you believe the world would be a better place without the X Factor thing?
But I think it gives some people
It gives
the
them an
chance. It
opportunity,
gives them an
I suppose,
opportunity.
yeah.
People that don't know how to go about doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that there should only be one good person in the whole competition.
Yeah, of course not, because that's
Yeah.
where there is that there's a whole range, a whole spectrum of
Yeah.
excellence there, and it sort of hits the ratings, doesn't it? That's what they're about.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter about you're good, but you're good, but for my purposes you're not good because I want to get the
Yeah.
ratings with these ones, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. So when will we see you again if we want to go and see you and hear you? Anything lined up?
I think I'm not too sure. Martin here might be organising the battle of the bands, the best of all the bands and amplified.
You're
Is that
lucky.
going ahead? Is it?
Martin's a good lad. You've come across a fellow
Yeah.
there who goes back a long way into the music scene in Uri,
Yeah.
and he's doing very well. He's got a good. He's the antithesis of Simon Howell, the very opposite of Simon Howell, because he cares about everybody in the business, and he's there helping along. And Tom Newman's going to do the stuff with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's producing the EP with us.
Well, you follow in the footsteps of greatness because he produced Tubular Bells.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With what was the guy doing
Mike-
Tubular Bells?
Mike
Mike
Oldfield,
Oldfield,
yeah.
all those years ago, you know. Well done, lads. I congratulate you. I don't know,
Right.
what music have we got, Sean? Have we anything that we're going to play? Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen. Tell me the name of your band again.
It's Tyrannosonic Death Race.
Yeah, they come up with that name just to ensure that you would remember it. Just go well, lads. Take care. Thank you
Right,
very much.
thank you for
very
having
much.
us.
Thanks very
Sean,
much.
let's have some music.